Hi guys, it's Catherine, and today I thought I would do the bookshelf tag per request because I asked you guys on Instagram the other day what videos you'd like to see from me, and somebody recommended this, and so I'll have the original creators of this video linked down below, of course. But yeah, at first I thought I was not going to do this tag because my bookshelf life is kind of complicated, and like I want to give you a full overview of it, but then like that's just going to take too long. But basically, these aren't all my books. I had to pack them away when I moved, and they're still in storage. And I only took like a certain amount with me when I moved back home to Belize. I don't want to get into it. Jeez, how do I explain this without having to get into it? Basically, I couldn't take all my books with me, so I only took like a couple. I think I did a video on that, like what books I'm taking to college, but like those weren't even the books that I was taking to college, so I'm a liar. Jeez, I'm so sorry. So I had those books that I took with me when I moved back home, and then I had like a box and a half of other books that I wanted to bring with me to college. So in total, that was probably like, I don't know, like 20 books that I had with me that I brought from Vermont, and then the rest I just accumulated, bought, and were sent. So that's what all of these books are, and I've set them all up on these two lovely shelves. I don't know where these shelves are from. They're my dad's or my grandma's or grandpa's. I have no idea. They're mine now, and they're beautiful. So without any further ado, let's get into the questions. But just keep in mind, these aren't all my books. All the books in storage, I still have to do a bookshelf tour for that. Like I filmed that tour, but I never edited it, and it's been like a year. Anyways, so let's get into the questions. And the first one is, how many bookshelves do you have? Technically, at the moment, I have like 2, 3. Only 2 have books on it, and then the third one, which you can't see, is a different bookshelf. You can see like the little tiny red bit of it, but it's a different color, and it doesn't match, so I don't show it. But it just has like various random like bits and bobs on it, like paper and some notebooks. But this is currently just a bookshelf for growth, so technically 3, but like 2, you know. How many books do you have on your bookshelves, or how many do you think you have? I just counted it, and it's like roughly 95, and that's kind of crazy because I only started out with like 20-ish, and now I have like 95, and that's not counting like my photography books. So 95. How do you organize your books? I organize my books by genre. It's kind of like in this weird way that I understand, like within the genre I get very specific as well. What is the oldest book on your bookshelf? Oldest to me, or oldest technically? Because I buy used books all the time. That's how I basically buy my books, because books are expensive. So then I would technically not be able to know. So the oldest book that I have in my collection here right now would probably be The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. My mom bought me this for my birthday. I have no idea when. When was this published? Maybe that'll give me an idea. April 2013. This is probably, she probably gave this to me in 2014 for my birthday. Probably, I could actually tell you because I read it afterwards. I've written down every book that I've read since 2013. Yeah, so I finished this book in 2014, like in February or March. That's what I put, because it took me like a while to read, not because I didn't like it, but because like I was just the worst reader ever back then. But anyways, this is probably the oldest book that I currently have with me, and my mom got it for me, like I said, for my birthday, and I got this signed by Maggie Stiefvater. Not this past BookCon, but the BookCon before, 2017 BookCon. I got it signed by Maggie Stiefvater, and it felt very like, because it's like a very old book that my mom bought for me for my birthday, and I was just like, you know, was it even for my birthday? I just remember sitting at my dining table and receiving this from my mom. So yes, it feels even more special to me now. What is the newest book on your shelf? I actually haven't even put it on my shelf yet, but just now I unboxed my Owl Crate box for September, and in that I got Mirage by, I have no idea how to say her name, and I don't want to try again because that was embarrassing in that video. But if you want to check that video out, I'll have it linked yonder for you if you'd like to check it out. But yeah, this is the newest book to my collection. It's so new that I haven't even found a place for it on my shelf yet. What is the longest book on your bookshelf? I don't know. If I had to guess, which I'll check in a second, but it would either be Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett, or Jonathan Strange and what is it called? Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. Either one of those. I just got Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell the other day. So let's see. Or The Black Prism by Brent Weeks. We'll see. Okay, I don't want to like get it back on my chair and then have to put these back in a hot sec. So The Black Prism by Brent Weeks has 661. Pillars of the Earth. This is so old that it's from Oprah's book club. That's why my mom got it. This is my mom's old copy, by the way. 907 $73, so that is a no to Brent Wee. And then Jonathan Strange, $782. They all kind of look the same size, don't you think? I don't want to put them all back up, so. The longest book that I have is Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. And this is a book when the show adaptation came out for this. Because my mom had read the book, we watched the show and I watched it and I loved it. I don't even know how young I was, but like I was always allowed to like watch whatever I wanted to. But I loved it so much that I was like, Mom. And this was like during the time when I like didn't really like reading. Crazy, I know. Exposed. But I did bet my mom that I would read this book one day because it is so long and so thick. And she didn't believe me. I was like, well, you owe me $100 if I do. So excited for my $100 one day. And it's got an old Chinese restaurant menu in here. And I guess my aunt read it because it says, "Happy birthday, Di." And it's from me. It says, "I hope you have a wonderful birthday. God bless you." And then it's a picture of me and her and a heart balloon that I'm holding. Yeah, from Katie. Yeah, I don't think there are any more hidden gems in here. What is the predominant genre on your bookshelf? Well, let me tell you, it's fantasy. But while setting up these shelves, I felt like there was a surprising amount of sci-fi, which is on this shelf, and like that just shocked me. But obviously fantasy, because that's basically all I read. And sci-fi. Predominant genre on my shelves, predominant genre in my life. Have you done a bookshelf tour? I've filmed one. I haven't edited or uploaded it, so please don't ask me for it. I don't know if I'll ever do it. I should. I don't even know where that footage is, but I know I saved it somewhere. Go on to a random number generator and talk about the books that correspond with that number. But then I'm gonna have to count through again. 49. Gosh, I'm gonna have to count 49. Literally the smallest book. So here, number 49 is this very small book called The Happy Prince and Other Stories by Oscar Wilde. And this is a book that my sister recently got me because she went to Ireland and she brought this back for me. And as you can maybe tell, it's kind of wrecked. Both live in New York City, and so we met up after she came back, and literally seconds before she got to me, she spilled water in her bag, and so this book got wrecked. And so it's like all water ruined. So yeah, it's looking lovely currently. So that's number 49. I actually literally thought about, when I was counting my bookshelves, I had thought about this question and I was like, what if this one gets it? Do you have fan merch or any other decorations on your bookshelves? Of course, Harry Potter, predominant. But I also have a bunch of candles. Most of these are from Flick the Wick because I was a rep for them a little while ago. Wonderful candles, would recommend. And I also have some candles from Reverie Library, but I don't know if they're open anymore. I don't think so. But these candles smell great, and I got like 2 from the Raven Cycle series. I have my like little Stolen Songbird section, and I have character cards that I got with like a pre-order thing. So Honored Place, and I have like my bookmarks and another candle for An Enchantment of Ravens. Oh, and I also have these, which are Ravenclaw's Diadem and the Time Turner. Oh, and then like on another shelf, which is not technically a bookshelf, so I didn't mention that before, I have a wand and a Ravenclaw candle and a Hogwarts painting. So. And number 12, which is kind of technically the last one because 13 is tagged someone and I'm not going to do that. But 12 is show us your bookshelves. And so here they are. So I actually rearranged my bookshelves after filming this. So here's the updated view. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do a bookshelf tour for these shelves because I feel like these aren't all of the books that I own, so like I wouldn't really want to do that. Maybe in the future when I get the rest of my books and put them up, then maybe I'll show you guys, but until then, probably not, so sorry. But anyways, that is about it for this bookshelf tag. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've actually filmed this in under 20 minutes. That is insane. Very groundbreaking for me. Obviously, I've cut out a ton of it because I'm just literally the worst speaker in the world. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to check out all my social media, which I'll always link down below if you'd like to. And I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
I was yours on Sunday while we watched the children play. We fell deep in love again, like we always